Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. I definitely appreciate the love. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get it popping.
It's time for the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no what? I know you said it.
Gotta keep my head up like I'm supposed to. Always tell the truth, I cross my heart and hope to die. This shit is crazy when I go through. I can't make this shit. No, I can't make this shit up. No, I can't make this. No, I can't make this shit up. And I know it's really hard to keep your head up. And you've been working every day to get your bread up. It's only at the top of the head.
tonight's episode is actually I Can't Make This Shit Up. So, y'all grab your drinks, grab your whatever you smoking, because we about to get into it. If this is your first time tuning in, this is the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So, if this is your first time tuning in, come on in. You are now a couch potato. But before we go on, I do want to give a moment of silence for the ones that didn't make it here today, because there's somebody who's missing somebody today. Somebody lost somebody real close to them, and they still, you might think that they holding it together, but in the inside they broken. So let's give a moment of silence to the ones that we lost. Okay. First of all, y'all keep on streaming Couch Chronicles No Limits everywhere. My streams on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora have been going up, and I definitely appreciate all my couch potatoes. I did make it to the semifinals for the 2025 OKC People's Choice Awards. So if you can do me a favor and go to the page, go to the event page, scroll down, in any category that you see my name in, it should be 50 categories. I'm not in all 50, but I am in more than a few. So I will be posting a flyer of all the categories that I am in. If you can do me a favor and make sure that I win. Yeah, please. Can you do me a favor? Hey, Gina. Can y'all do me a favor? Like, if you're not busy, go to Facebook and go to the 2025 OKC People's Choice Awards page and vote for me. Hey, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts, the love, the comments. If y'all can do me that favor and go vote for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Voting is from today until October the 21st. And then the award show is November the 16th. I'm not expecting to win all of them. I'm expecting to win at least 2 of them. That's it. That's all I'm asking for, at least 2. So if y'all can do me a favor, thank you. If y'all can do me a favor and go vote, I would greatly appreciate that. Also, vote for everybody else that you feel that, if you know them, if you just vote, help us content creators, help us artists, rappers, entrepreneurs, help all of us, get the recognition that we want, that we need, that we deserve. It might not mean nothing to y'all, and to some of the people that didn't, that don't like the award show, they always have something shitty to say about it. But I'm honored to have even made it this far and to be a part of the award show for the 3rd time, the 3rd year in a row. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Shout out to Shalonda and the whole Candy Girls, everybody. Shout out to Oklahoma City, period. Shout out to Oklahoma, period. Everybody that's putting on. Shout out to everybody that's making music and still trying. Shout out to all the legends that's out here. You are a legend in your own. Thank you so much for the roses. You are a legend in your own. However, look, and there are some true legends, but who are we to say who's a legend and who's not? Everybody's a legend. Period. Now, again, today's episode is called I Can't Make This Shit Up. You're going to have to brace yourself, because what I'm about to tell you is about to blow your mind. But coming up on the couch, we got Robin Ratliff, Emily Barnes, and JJ Humphrey. And we also got Thunderboy coming up on the couch. And also next Prison Jail Felon Talk will be September the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. If you haven't already DM me and you would like to tell your story, you are more than welcome. Wait a second. Sorry, y'all. Okay. You are more than welcome. Just DM me and we can get your story out there. Fuck Fentanyl is going to be August the 30th. So you guys. Also, if you guys if you wanted to know what that song was that I played when I first started the show, it is Elevate off my album Elevate, and the song is called Can't Make This Up, which is also what this episode is about. And again, like I said, brace yourself. So, if you've been keeping up with the couch, then you know how many surgeries that I went through and everything that happened. If you don't know, let's give you a little recap. February 2nd, 2022, I was shopping in Sprouts. It's a grocery store, just a regular grocery store. It was early in the morning. And at the time, I was working for Instacart. I was working for DoorDash. I was working for Flick's Brew House. And I was also working for Givenchy as a sales rep. And at the time, I like to be busy. I like to make money. I like to always have stuff. I'm a Taurus. So I had a lot of jobs. Not because I was hurting for money, but because I like nice things. And I want what I want when I want it. Anyways, I was at work. I was Instacarting at the time. As I was Instacarting, minding my business, walking to the register from getting an item for a customer, and one of the employees hit me from the way I was walking. I was walking like this, and to my right side was the freezers. So I'm walking like this, and he's coming out of an aisle on a forklift, like this. So as I'm walking, boom, he hits me from the side, which is my whole left side. My ribs were broke. I had to have a neck surgery. I had to have a shoulder surgery. I had to have a 360 spinal surgery where they went through my stomach and my spine. And I'm still having issues with my feet. So I'm still, trying to find out what's going on. Each surgery, there's always risk. But usually your doctor tells you what those risks are. They don't tell you, especially if you had a back surgery, a 360 spinal surgery, which when you have a 360 spinal surgery, you're suspended in the air like a rotisserie chicken. There's literally no back and no front because they have to go through your stomach and your back. They can't just put you on the table and just flip you over. So when they finish with one side, they got to turn you over and you're hanging, whichever way you're hanging. But the way you're positioned is your arms are almost as if you're on a cross, but a little bit, my arms were a little bit higher. Kind of like a 90-degree angle, but a teeny, maybe like, I don't know. But it was just a little bit raised more higher than a 90-degree angle. I say all of that to say this, is when you get these surgeries, you're not getting the risk of, hey, you're going to end up with a broken bone, or this is going to happen, or a concussion, or you might not. They tell you, hey, the risks are for, going to sleep. You might not wake if you allergic or whatever. If you have complications, we need to know this, da-da-da-da-da. So when you're going to these doctors, when you're getting these surgeries or these procedures, make sure that you're finding out and reading each thing that you're getting yourself into. And find out, like, I find comfort in, joining the Facebook groups that pertain to something similar that I'm going to, like a spinal fusion group. I'm in a spinal fusion group. I'm in a neuropathy group. I'm in a lupus group. I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I find comfort in getting into these groups because they help me, because there's other people from all over the world that's either going through the same thing as me or something similar as me. So if you have any type of disease and you just now found out about it, I mean like an autoimmune disease or something, having some type of pain, look on Facebook. You might find a group that pertains to what you're looking for. Anyway, so, I get in these groups to learn about the different surgeries that I'm having because I want to know. I had a 360 spinal surgery, and at first I was leery. I was like, I didn't want to do it. I did everything I could not to get the surgery. I did, therapy. I did, dry needling. I did everything that you could think of before you have to go into surgery. I come to find out I had to have surgery. So, I looked at the risk, and then I made my decision, and then I finally had my surgery March the 10th of this year. So again, they had to go through my stomach, and they had to go through my back. And I was at Oklahoma Spine Hospital. And it's a private hospital, like, owned by, physicians. It's physician-owned, And, you know, they did my neck surgery good. They did my back surgery good. And I have been feeling better in these areas. But I kept complaining about my shoulder because I was like, my shoulders is on fire. Like, y'all know how sometimes on the couch I'll be like, y'all, I gotta go because my shoulders is on fire. I don't know if I can sit up this long or my body is hurting. But my shoulders have never stopped. Now, mind you, when I was struck with the forklift, it tore my rotor cuff. So that's why I had originally had to get my rotor cuff fixed, because when Sprouts hit me with that forklift, okay, so boom, I had that surgery December the 3rd on my shoulder. I had my neck surgery September the 19th. I had my spinal surgery March the 10th. Now, March the 10th is when they actually stretched my arms up. And like I said, they have you on this, like, suspended in the air like a rotisserie chicken. So my arms were, like, you know, and it's dead weight because you're asleep. You're put under. So it's all your weight just bearing on this. In the midst of the positioning now, it wasn't my surgeon that positioned me. My surgeon came from Oklahoma Spine Associates. And they are, you know, they collab with Oklahoma Spine Hospital because they're both physician-owned. Anyways, so Oklahoma Spine Hospital nursing staff is who actually positioned me. Now, here's the thing about working on a nursing staff is you have to, there's ways that you have to position patients for certain surgeries. And if you do it improperly, then you can injure your patient. There are too many stories that are like this. There are too many stories, too many people that went through this same thing of having a surgery for one thing and being injured during the surgery, and some of them not finding out till months later. Now, mind you, I kept complaining about my shoulders being on fire, but I couldn't see my doctor that did my shoulder surgery until this month because that's how far out his appointments were. And it was only one doctor in that building that I could see. So now, for those that saying, well, why didn't you just go to another doctor? Because I was already seeing this one doctor for my shoulder surgery. He already did my shoulder surgery. So he would be the one that I would go back to. So I had to wait on my appointment. I set that appointment in May. Because I was like, well, you know, my 360 spinal surgery, I kept asking him, like, how long am I supposed to be in pain? Like, am I still supposed to be in pain? Like, is this still supposed to be going on? And they was like, yeah. So that's why I was thinking when they told me that the shoulder pain was normal because of my positioning, that's the reason why I didn't get on high alert, even though I was feeling extreme amount of pain, worse pain than before I had my shoulder surgery the first time. But I just kept documenting it in my journal, and I was just like, man, it's just like, it's not going away. I said, but let me just wait a couple months because I'm still on these pain pills from this spinal surgery. Mind you, I was on Dilaudid, I was on Roxy and Oxys. It was a serious surgery. So being under this influence of these pain pills, I'm in pain everywhere, but I'm not realizing the severity of what's going on. My appointment finally comes around. Mind you, this is before my appointment even came. In May, I was like, you know what? I know they said wait a few more months and I'm still supposed to be in pain. But I'm going to go ahead and set an appointment with my shoulder doctor. And so when I called them, I was thinking I was going to be able to get right in. So when I realized that it's going to be a little far out, I was like, okay, well, that'll still give me enough time, like the doctor said, for my spinal surgery to, like, completely heal. Plus, I was having complications because my back didn't completely heal. My holes wouldn't close up in the back. So I was still dealing with complications of my spinal surgery. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe I am still supposed to be in pain, you know, because I'm still dealing with an open wound. still, I'm like, oh my God, but my shoulders is on fire. It's certain things I can't do. It's certain things that I'm forcing myself to do because I'm just like, whew, I'm still waiting on this appointment. I'm waiting on this appointment. Finally, my appointment gets here, which was yesterday. I go into my doctor's office, and I'm not going to lie. When I get into these doctor's office, I press record. And the reason why is because I don't like to be gaslit. I've been gaslit my whole life when it came to my medical. And sometimes I can't explain exactly what the doctor said anyway. And if my wife ain't there, I definitely need to hit record so she can know what's happening. And also my lawyer, you know. So every time I go to the doctor's office, I push record. So I push record, and my doctor comes in, and he's like, hey, you know, so what's going on? I'm like, hey, you know, my shoulder hurt worse than before. You know, I'm in a lot of fucking pain, excuse my French. He's like, no, that's okay. I was just like, I don't know what's happening. All I've done was have my surgery, and I've just been healing, and that's it. And he's like, okay, well, here's what we can do. He was like, we can do PT, we can do MRI, or we can do a shot. And I said, no, let's do an X-ray first. I said, don't you need to do an X-ray? I said, let's do an X-ray first. He was like, okay. He said, let's do an X-ray first, and then let's take it from there. Let's take it from there after the X-ray. So he comes. One of his staff members take me to go do my X-ray. And first of all, the X-ray hurt like a bitch. Just the X-ray alone. And so I get in there and I push record again, and I'm waiting on him. He comes in and he's like, so you didn't have an injury, did you? So you said you didn't have an injury. You said you didn't have an injury. So you said you didn't have an injury, right? I was like, right. Or do I? I was like, what's happening? What are you about to say? Like, I'm confused at this point. He's like, oh, okay, well, you know, you got a chipped bone. I was like, huh? Yeah. Your shoulder bone broke off, and it's falling down your armpit. Now, I didn't even tell you guys the severity of how bad my shoulder pain has gotten. It's literally, I have pain in my breast. And I was feeling around like, oh my God, like, do I have a lump under my breast, or do I have a lump in my titty or something? But come to find out, it's because I have this bone that's falling down my armpit. Just traveling around doing whatever the fuck it wants to do. So the position that they had me in for the 360 spinal surgery, that rotisserie position actually broke a bone under my arm. So now I'm dealing with the fact that I went in to get this surgery to get fixed and ended up injured. Not that I was injured worse, way worse, but I didn't come in with a broken shoulder. I literally had that shit fixed. I was good to go. I remember I told y'all this year, I was like, yes, I just had my last surgery. I'm good. Hey, remember that? Remember? Damn, disregard. Now I have to have this bone removed and my shoulder refixed. And it wasn't even broke the first time. It was just tore. Now the bitch is fucking broke. And I'm fucking appalled, pissed, angry. I'm so many things because it's just like, yo, do y'all know how it feels to have to keep going under the knife? For something that you didn't do on your own. This isn't something that you just was like, I'm about to go jump off a cliff or get into it. This isn't no car. When people be like, damn, did you get into a car wreck? I'll be like, I wish it was that simple. I do. I wish it was that simple. But it's not. And not only is it fucked up, and I might not even get paid for it because Sprouts isn't some big corporation. It's just a fucking LLC. A group of fucking people that bought a company and put it in different states because they know that when you put it in different states, it's under different rules, it's under different this, it's under different that. So all this that I went through was for naught. And then I end up getting fucking injured again. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. And I'm tired of crying. I have been crying all day because I'm like, nah, this is not real. Is this real? We in real life right now? This is real fucking life. And they really fucking broke my fucking underarm. Is that what I could say it is? And guess what? I don't even know if this side is broke yet because they were so concerned about how the bone is traveling that we need to immediately get the MRI on this one. So he didn't even order my right side yet. So both sides of my arms could be broke. For sure, my left side is broke. Off the rip. From negligence of the nursing staff positioning me. If they, and I say negligence because if you positioned me in the correct way, I would not be broke. It's no way. If they would have positioned me the correct way, when they put me on the operating table, my underarm would not be broke. I would not have a broken shoulder from the ball falling down my armpit. It's fucked up. And it's too many men and women that have the same story, that have been through the same thing with different hospitals being neglectful. If you are too tired to do your job early in the morning, then you need to take a night shift. If you have an issue, and not saying that they did this to me because I'm black, but there are different cases of other people that have experienced this because they were black and their surgeon staff was white. It happens. Or Hispanic. It happens. Or the staff was black and the patient was white. It happens. It really fucking happens. It's really fucking happening. And now it's fucked up that ChatGTP is out now because half of these kids can pass an exam, a bar, and end up right a judge or a doctor or this or that just by learning from AI. Not because they taught themselves in school or really actually put I'm sorry, y'all. Not because they put their mind to it though, for real. I just knew I was about to be out of pain. I just knew that this year I was about to be shaking ass on my wife. Something. I can barely even lift my arms to put deodorant under there. And it's like so many doctors have told me, you know, it's going to go away. This is normal pain. Or so it made me think that it was normal. I was even Googling it, like, is this supposed to be happening? Like, and come to find out, baby, you stupid. Come to find out, in my group that I was talking about, and this is why I say it's so helpful to get in these Facebook groups that are pertaining to, you know, some of the issues that you're dealing with, like neuropathy, spinal fusions, and all of that. Because I made a post in my group just to kind of see, like, has anybody else dealt with this? Like, I was like, imagine going to get a spinal surgery and coming out with a broken shoulder. And it was more than a few people that said, yeah, I just had my surgery 6 months ago and both my shoulders is broke. So, there are too many negligence when it comes to doing these huge surgeries. And it's not even the risk anymore of the actual surgery. It's the risk of the nurses that's on staff. Are they going to be paying attention? Are they going to be neglectful? Are they going to make sure that you come out of this surgery 100% or at least 95%? No. There are some staff that don't give a fuck enough to actually do their job the correct way. They think skipping steps isn't going to come back and bite them in the ass. But when us as the patients come in, and this isn't even the same type of doctor. I'm coming in for a spinal surgery, and I'm leaving, and now I need a shoulder surgery. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. As a nurse, as the whoever runs the company, I would be ashamed of whoever was working that day. And they all got to log in, whoever was in there. So whoever was those nurses on staff, guess what, baby? And this is for anyone who experienced this. Sue them. That is negligence. That is malpractice. Even if it's not malpractice, guess what? It's negligence. You now have an injury caused from the staffing being negligent. Being negligent in a facility like that comes with consequences too. And for whatever reason, for the reason why the staff wasn't paying attention enough to make sure that I was positioned the correct way for my 360 spinal surgery, which is almost, 12 hours? That's an almost 12-hour fucking surgery. Suspended in the air like a fucking rotisserie chicken. This is crazy. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I'm in so much fucking pain, and I refused my shot. I refuse medication right now. No, I don't want to be numb, bitch. I want to be fixed. I want to be fixed. I want to be able to know that when I'm put under, that I am well taken care of. I shouldn't have to worry about when I go under. Ooh, are they going to break my neck? Are they going to break my shoulder? Are they going to re-break my head? Or are they going to break my motherfucking locks? What the fuck is they going to break next? My fucking nose? And like I said, there's so many other cases just like this. So many other men and women and children. Some of them lose their lives behind these doctors. Some of them do. And some of them, it's not even the doctor's fault. Some of it is the nurse's faults. I be seeing some of these nurses on TikToks doing little booty dances, and what y'all doing these booty dances, but are you making sure that you are paying attention to your clients and your patients when you have them? Look, my mama just texted me and said, are you sure these people have medical degrees? Right. Because how is this happening? And like I said, I can't make this shit the fuck up. My x-rays don't lie. The pain ain't lying. Me complaining all this time, I haven't, and really and truly, I cut my complaints down because I was like, ooh, I don't want nobody to think that I'm just trying to complain. On top of having lupus, I got all this other fucking pain from being hit by a fucking forklift. Do you know how it feels to be hit by a fucking forklift? Do you know what that forklift did to me? I am traumatized. I don't even like going in stores to shop. I like to order my food because I'm afraid that if I go into the store, somebody might hit me with a forklift again. Or they might have a pallet jacket speeding through the motherfucker trying to get off the clock. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. I'm hurt. I'm in pain. Constant pain. Could barely sleep at night. Now, y'all remember I stopped drinking? Now I'm drinking wine, beer, a shot every now and then. I fuck around and go get a shot after this. But it's too many cases, too many people, men, women, and children, that are being neglected by the nursing staff and some of these doctors too. Some of these nursing homes, some of these type of facilities that have to do with you taking care of when somebody is in your care, you are supposed to make sure that they are well taken care of. They're in your care. When something, like, say I was the shift lead of a job, and one of my staff members, I'm going to fuck this stuff. I'm going to give you a story about when my dad used to work. He used to build airplanes, and he was like the assistant manager type, but he was over everybody that was working on the plane. Guess what? One of his co-workers broke a piece of the plane, and everybody got fired. Every single one of those. They didn't give a fuck whose fault it was. It was the whole team got fired. So when you have these issues with your nursing staff being negligent to your staff, because now it's coming back on your company. Now your company is going to have to deal with a lawsuit because your nursing staff was negligent. That whole staff need to be fired. Or suspended. If you don't want to take it as far as that, because we need these nurses, then suspend their ass. But you think they didn't need those people to build that plane didn't get built until the next month because they was waiting on people to come work. But do you think that stopped them from firing everybody? No. It happened on your shift, you got to go. Goodbye. Clock out. Last check. Won't see you when I see you. I'm just saying. So when these doctors and these nursing staffs and these facilities do that, they need to be fired. They need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable. If a worker is causing your company money, why do you want to keep them? Why do you want them around? For them to give you a bad reputation? Because that's what's going to happen. No one is going to want to go to a hospital that's going to, of course, oh yeah, you made my back feel good, but no one's going to want extra injuries when they're trying to get fixed. We already ready to get the fuck out, shake some ass and all of that, and have fun and turn up. But we can't do that because now some of us is in walkers now, some of us got breathing machines now because of the negligence or even being misdiagnosed. Staff can misdiagnose you. Nurses, doctors, I've been misdiagnosed this whole case until I finally met the doctors that finally fixed my back. But I was not expecting to have my underarms broken. No, wasn't expecting that at all. But now it's something that I have to deal with. Now it's more time to heal, more time that I'm missing out on, more things in life that I'm missing. Quality of life has completely changed. Y'all don't know what that does to a person mentally. Mentally, what we go through, having to deal with all these surgeries, having to deal with an injury, a serious injury, having to deal with injuries that you still can't even get to the bottom of. Y'all have no idea. Man. And if you watch it and you're a doctor or a nurse, be mindful of what you're doing and how you're treating your patients. Because thinking that skipping one step ain't gonna bite you in the ass, it can come back and fuck you all the way off. You can lose your job, you can lose your practice, you can lose your license to even do what you're doing, all because you skipped one step thinking it wouldn't matter. Now the patient is paying for you skipping that one step. It's unacceptable. It is happening to too many men, women, and children. These stories are being told by too many people. And it's not enough doctors, nurses, or staff, or hospitals, or facilities getting held accountable. It's not enough. Not enough. So if you have somebody else's life in your hands, make sure that you treat them, if you love your mother, like you would treat your mother. I don't care if they're younger than you. Treat them with the utmost respect. Get them to complete recovery. Don't injure them in the process of you trying to recover them. Because the recovery means nothing when now I'm injured and I now have to deal with another surgery. Now that other surgery might end up having to be redone. You never know. All because of negligence. If you don't want your job, if you don't like your job, get a new one. Do something that you love to do. Not something that you're just qualified to do. Do something that you love. Don't get into a practice helping people or taking care of people or having people's lives in your hands if you really don't like people, or if you're an introvert, or if you're this or you're that, or you're really not a people person. Then you don't need to be around people or helping people. It doesn't matter if you got a degree for it or not. If that's not what you truly want to do, then you're not going to do it to the best of your ability. And your patients aren't going to have a good time. They're not going to have a good healing process, a good surgery, a good nothing, experience nothing. So when you get a job like that, make sure that you love it. Or if you're just not a morning person, and in the mornings you're more neglectful than you are in the evenings, then you need to work in the evenings. Period. But getting a job where you treat people fucked up or you're neglectful, that ain't it. It's not a good look, baby. Get it together. Not just for me, but for the men, women, and children all over, and for the kids in the future that y'all might end up doing this to. Even the adults in the future. It has to stop. These cases have to stop. These issues have to stop being said, talked about, because it needs to stop happening. Period. If you're just now tuning in, it is the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. You can follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, Big O, Twitch, Like, Fanbase, and Threads. Also my .com, which is thacouch.com, and tharealjanell.com, and it's also my main Instagram, YouTube, all of that. If you would like to stream the new Thunder Up video, type in Thunder Up and my name, JANELL. The video will be dropping 9/11. If you are in the video, or if you had anything to do with the video, meaning, I had some people send love, just some people that tried to make it but couldn't make it because they had to work. If you still would like your name added into the well, no, I'm going to do a full thank you to certain people, but there are some people that I'm going to put some extra shout outs to that didn't make it to the video. So, but if you did make it to the video, I'm doing a special shooting September the 10th. You guys are going to be able to see it first, so make sure that you come through. We're going to vibe out, have some drinks, eat some food, and watch the video. Make sure, again, that you go on the OKC People's Choice Awards, the 2025 OKC People's Choice Awards, and vote for each category that you see my name in. If you don't see any category come up, that means that you need to click discussions. Click discussions and everything will pop up. Thank you guys for streaming me today. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love y'all. Oh, and let me tell y'all something. Don't be afraid to get a second opinion. Don't be afraid to search for a different doctor that actually gives a fuck about you. And don't be afraid that if you experience negligence in any hospital or any facility, do not be afraid to get you a lawyer and sue they motherfucking asses. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Don't be afraid. Okay.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Want to live better?
We got a lot of work to do.
Join Chris Hemsworth in National Geographic's new Disney Plus original series, Limitless. Live better now.
I'm diving headfirst into cutting-edge science to uncover 3 powerful secrets to living better right now. The growth that occurs through any challenging experience is really what we seek.
Chris Hemsworth stars in Limitless. Live better now. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
It's showtime.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Alien Earth, the official podcast. Each week, host Adam Rogers is joined by guests, including the show's creator, cast, and crew, in this exclusive companion podcast. They will explore story elements, deep dive into character motivations, and offer an episode-by-episode behind-the-scenes breakdown of each terrifying chapter in this new series. Search FX's Alien Earth wherever you listen to podcasts.